Oh, I should turn on lights. This cat will perform parkour to pee on stuff. Okay, so we're gonna real quick discuss how much I wish that this MS1 had battery power. Oh, I don't want to pull the hook out of the wall, I just want to take the strap off. There we go, good job, me. So, we're here today because I decided it, and we're doing this as a low-key pajama video where I don't even bother putting blankets on the bed. I don't normally keep blankets on the bed because someone pisses on them all the time. I'm tired of it. But so we are gonna, why are you humming? Oh! No, because I didn't plug it in. Behringer, why does both the MS1 and the TD3, why does it kick the jack out instead of holding it in? Is this something I'm doing wrong? Am I the problem here? Am I the failure? Woo, let's turn down that release. And that's what we're here today to talk about. I realized recently I'd just been making videos that were like really quite high quality by my standards, and they were, you know, really fun to watch, but they were, I was hitting this point where it was like, I don't want to make a new video because I don't want to put in that much effort. And I'm like, you know, I think sometimes you'll like videos where I'm just kind of shit too. You know, where's that TikTok trend of like, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Ooh, why is our volume on 10? So one of the fun things about this instrument is that there are lots and lots of buttons. And there are 6,000 buttons on this, and we are going to do an entire video on 4 of them. Even if you don't have a Behringer MS1, you can still follow along, because the reason we're going to talk about this is because I wish I had 2 cameras and I could just film my hands. Because normally what I do is I have to film it, and then I have to stop and film the whole thing again. I have to film all my hand shots up later. So, anyway, if anybody wants to send me a second camera and a ring light, I should probably get a ring light. I should probably start doing this like, you know, a real person. But today we're in my pajamas. I didn't even bother making up the bed because I'm not going to pretend that my cat isn't awful. No times may be good, all times may be shit. Love you, though. I know. I was talking to people and they're like, you should just put her down. She's just unlivable. I'm like, I'm the reason she's alive. Okay. No pressure. What are we doing? Oh, right. Envelopes. Not every synth is going to give you access to all of these controls, but most of them will still use the same name for the controls that they give you. We're going to talk about what they are because it's kind of interesting, and then we'll talk about how to figure out what you make the thing sound like to do things that you like to do with stuff. If we have a very, very flat envelope, you just... Why is my cutoff so strange? Someday I will learn new things, like I'll sit down and I'll learn new things. Because it's been like 2 years where I've been saying I need to sit down and learn new things. And then literally the only thing I've learned is... You just have an on and an off. And then when you want to get other sounds... you can change the envelope itself. This is one of the things that allows you to take a synthesizer and make it sound similar to another instrument. And if you want to learn how to use an analog synthesizer, one of the most powerful things you can do is to try to make it sound like other instruments. Because that forces you to use a lot of like interesting thinking parts of your brain that we don't always use all the time sometimes, and so... Got a scratchy ear, huh? Got a scratchy ear. Yes. Okay. You gonna leave me? You can't. You're the Keytar kitty. This is what we do. It's sort of the musical equivalent of learning how to draw something, by drawing a copy of a photograph. That's why when you're drawing, you practice, my nose itches so much, that's why when you're drawing, you practice drawing from life or drawing from other pictures. That's why there's like billions of copies of the Mona Lisa, because people will use it as practice for how to paint. You paint a picture of a picture, and you learn how to make the picture. But right now we're just going to discuss the 4 envelopes. The 4 envelopes. Attack, decay, sustain, release. Long ago, 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the... Yeah, we're just gonna leave that joke hanging. I'm not gonna finish it because I can't think of a good answer. Anyway, our sound is just like, we're going to discuss it in terms of volume right now. So if we have a sound that's just on and off, it makes like a Luigi wave, where it goes flat, it goes up, it stays that way, it goes back down. If it's a square wave, but I don't want to say square wave when we're talking about synthesizers, because then that sounds like the, you know, the, like... Why does that sound so... Do I have noise in here? Why is this not making the noise I'm thinking it's making? Okay, I guess it is. Anyway, the sound is not there, the sound is on, the sound is not there. How it turns on and how it turns off are attack, decay, sustain, release. Attack, decay, and release refer to time, and sustain refers to level. And you'll see people do this graph a lot of the time of what it sounds like, and like for a very long time I looked at that graph, I'm like, that means literally nothing to me. Come back up on the bed, please. No, you live here for a reason. You live here for a reason. I'm not going to let you out. You have to be on the bed for YouTube. Do you contribute financially to this household? Do you contribute financially to this household? Come back up on the bed. Thank you. See? You gotta put in a little bit of financial contribution. Patreon. Okay? You pay for yourself on Patreon. Yeah, you will. You little loser. I know. I know synthesizers are boring to you. That's okay though, 'cause I don't care. You see what I go through? All the time? Meow. Meow. Can you lie down, please, so that I can do my YouTube now? Can you put the butt down, please? Thank you. Okay. A cat. Attack, decay, and release refer to time. Attack is the amount of time it takes for the sound to go from 0 to 100. If it has a long attack, if the attack time is long, it will take a long time to come in. And the opposite of attack is release, which is how long it takes for the sound to die out at the end. So a long attack and a long release both mean that it takes a long time to ramp up or down from that sound. Why is that so severe? Why did I set that so high? How did I set that so high? Alright. Attack is how long it takes the instrument, the sound, to go from 0 to 100. And release is how long it takes for the sound to go from wherever it is to 0. Sustain is a level, and the level is below 100. If attack goes from 0 to 100, you can set sustain at 70 or 30 or 15. Decay is how long it takes to get from 100, or wherever you stop the attack, to the predetermined sustain level. Because again, attack, decay, and release are measurements of time, and sustain is a measurement of level. So here I have the sustain very low and the decay going, and I intentionally fiddled with this until you get something where you can hear that the decay will start up, it will go down, and then it will remain at that level until I take my finger off the key. And it'll remain at that level until I take my finger off the key and then stop. And it will, I press the key, it will go up to 100 because the attack is very short. Then it will decay down to the sustain level, and it will stay at the sustain level until I take my finger off the key, at which point it will almost immediately stop because the release time is very short. So here we go. You can hear it goes from la 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 to that's how this works. And so if we are going to turn up, say, at all of them, we can make a much slower, softer envelope. So that is the basics of how envelopes work. You have 4 controllers. One controls how long it takes to get from 0 to 100. One controls how long it takes to get from 100 to your sustain level. The third one controls where that sustain level is and holds at that point until your release comes in, and is how long it takes to get from the sustain level back down to 0. 3 control time and 1 controls level. So that's cool. So let's see, let's get some of this random whatever I have in here. One of the really fun things about this is to just move all of the sliders around and see what happens. This also, I gotta be honest, one of the big pieces of fun about this is using it as a sequencer, because when you have 600 thingies and you can mess with all of them to change the sound, having the instrument control the notes you're playing so that you get 2 hands to press all the buttons, I feel like that's part of what keytarring is about, is just being like, there's buttons and I'm gonna press them while standing up. Now we're going to, I guess, talk about these instruments in theory, because I can't get the cat off of me, because I told her to come up here, and now I want to move her, and that's just not fair. She deserves better. Yeah. Yes. Where the... You know, you can hear that. Anyway, now that the cat has moved, as she is inclined to do, let's talk real fast about, let's get this guitar. Alright, so one of the reasons why harps sound like harps for a couple of reasons. Oh, I'm sorry, is the harp scary? Is the harp scary for the kitty? That's better. Or maybe I could just like end it here and hope that I've done something interesting. So anyway, this was the sound of the fucking output just popping out for no reason. Behringer. Get on this, please. Anyway, this has been me. My name is Pink, and that was the Keytar Cat. And we are here to remind y'all that sound is cool. If you enjoyed this, I post weird stuff and the YouTube algorithm doesn't always like it. So if you leave a comment about literally anything, and you give the video a like, it really boosts it, which is good because my infrequent upload schedule also is not favored by the algorithm. Speaking of that infrequent upload schedule, if you would like to make sure that you don't miss when I do more shit posting like this, you can go to subscribe, hit that bell notification, because if you don't use your subscriptions page, like most people don't anymore, you're really gonna miss out on a video because it's gonna get eaten by people who actually do YouTube properly. I have a Patreon. I keep forgetting to charge people. I charge per video, and like twice now I've made a video and just forgotten to charge people. So it might be the most cost-effective Patreon of your entire life. Sometimes I make stickers for it. It's fun. It's a real party. Anyway, that's about all that we have for today. I don't know if this made any sense. I just know that it's been really difficult for me to put out new videos because I've been holding myself to such a higher standard, and I think much like how my sister gave me the following dating advice in high school, I can apply that to YouTube because I love all of you. And that advice is, if you're not in love, lower your standards. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.